Welcome back to another video. I recently realized that this electric motor is 100% not for this bike. It needs an engine. But yeah, in this video, I'm going to be putting some money into this frame, a 250 5-speed in it. This isn't all the money I'm putting into it, but this is the basic parts that I need for it. But I have one problem. I don't have the money. But wait, I have a solution. I'm going to sell my dirt bike. I've had it listed for a few days and I feel like people aren't buying it because of this seat cover. It just doesn't match the bike. Just take out these two bolts with an 8mm. And then we got it off. I'm guessing we just have to take out these staples. I just bought this seat cover thinking the guy I got it from took the original off. But this looks so much better. Or does this look better? I'm about to list it on Facebook Marketplace. Let's hope somebody wants it pretty soon. Anyways, we'll see if anybody says anything about it. Then we could get the money and start building the chopper. Well, it's day 2 and I just realized something. The truth is that this was never a 250. It's always been a 200 and they advertise it as 250. This is the engine I'm getting. I know it's a lot more expensive, but I'd rather not have a scam engine and I'd rather not have a terrible casted engine. And for the Kawasaki, lots of people were lowballing. My subtotal's looking a little crazier. Okay, some kid's supposed to pick up the bike today, whatever day the video said it was. If you have any experience on selling things on Facebook Marketplace, maybe I'm just unlucky, but it's more like day 38 instead of day whatever. We'll put it right here. In those days, I don't really have much to do to the frame. This sprocket used to be really loose. I fixed the cuss drive. I have a short on that. I'm replacing the tire right now. Okay, I'm gonna cut to me selling it.
You know what I mean? So he's kind of dead set on trying to find that Kawasaki. So looks in good condition, man. Yeah, Jack's taking off. Yeah,
We're selling the bike.
Care of it, man.
Okay, we have the money. Now let's start buying the stuff to build the chopper. A few things just came in, but our engine didn't come in. It's coming in like a week or two. First, we got our carburetor, we got our wiring, clutch setup, throttle that I can't get the grips on. Okay, there's a problem with this throttle because it's not letting me go full throttle. You see? It's supposed to go like that. And I'm gonna have to fix that. Okay, guys, I had my files and drills ready to make something to make this go full throttle, but has 2 slots. It used to be on this one, which only went half throttle. Now this one makes it go full throttle. Let me show you. It used to do this, now it does this. Anyways, back to the stuff. Battery and a huge gas tank that just fits. Let me show you. Okay, I'll mount it right here. See the seat and the steering. It doesn't mess with my steering. It's the perfect length. It's gonna fall, but I'm gonna cut to next week when the engine comes. Okay, guys, I think my engine just came in. They really didn't take care of these boxes. This is cracked open. This box is all beat up. That box is all beat up. I mean, engines are supposed to be durable, right? Okay, how does it get to this point? There is supposed to be a top cover. That's crazy. We're gonna have to take this engine apart because there's probably foam all in it. There's actually supposed to be a top cover in this. And I wonder if they just, from China, they just took the engine, they just held it, they just dropped it in there, just threw it in the truck. There's oil all in there. So you're spending $700 for bad shipping, but hopefully a durable engine. It's gonna cost you around $900 for carburetor and all the other stuff. But I don't think anything's broken. Carburetor fits good. I'm trying to set up this clutch cable right now. But got the throttle. Yeah. Okay guys, so we just completely moved houses and there's stuff everywhere. It's a mess. We're not done moving yet. Sorry guys, I know it's weird because it's a day in the video and we just moved houses. But I've been looking at this wiring harness for a while and a lot of the wires did not match up on the wiring harness. Of course, I took them out of the case and I matched them up. I still can't get this starter button to work. You can only use the solenoid with a screwdriver to turn it over. And I've never wired up an engine before, so I was trying to get spark and I couldn't. So I took that black wire, that's the grounding wire, I grounded it to the ignition coil. At the moment, we don't have the chopper frame with us. We kind of don't have any space. There's stuff everywhere, you know. But don't worry, we'll get it over. I've been trying to get there for so long. I've been wiring. We also don't have the clutch cable and handle anymore because I have this Chinese 125 and I dropped the bike and it needed that. So, gotta get a new clutch handle and cable for the 250. Nobody really talks about how to wire these engines. These are called Zongshen 250s and they're the real 250s you're gonna get off of Amazon. Just the engine's about $600. I don't know where to start from talking about the wiring harness. As you can see that the other side of the wires does not have a case, because I clipped them out of the case and I rewired them because they were all mixed up and stuff. I don't think you could actually find one that fits this engine. I think you always have to modify these. But anyways, you're gonna have to take off a lot of these cases. Alright, you got that? Okay, so the next, we got green and red and blue that plugged into here. Alright, so you see these green cable and this white cable, both of those go to the engine. Anyways, the solenoid, and I'm pretty sure I've done a lot of wiring, but not all of it. This is the second cable that connects to your engine. As you can see, I unclipped the wires from the case and I hooked them up to the correct wires. Yeah, there's a lot on this wiring harness that doesn't match up. You gotta make sure you match up everything, every wire, or else it won't run. And next on the wiring harness, it runs down to the solenoid. Alright, so about the solenoid, I connected this red wire to over here. This black wire goes down to your wiring harness. And then this other black wire, it goes over to your motor, your starter motor. Alright, negative and positive go to your battery, obviously. I forgot what this was called, but the wires match up on this, surprisingly. For the last time, I think. You just gotta make sure your wires match up because you're gonna expect everything to work out since the wiring harness is supposed to work and the wires aren't matched up, which is why it's not working. Lined up. And this connects to your kill switch. I got this fully done, and then I only got 2 into this one. Some are gonna line up like this key switch lines up. Yeah, this kill switch is really weird. I'm gonna have to get another kill switch separate and ground this black wire to this side of the ignition coil. Then you gotta plug your CDI box in, obviously. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Next day, where I'll try to get the frame to the new house, and I will try to mount it. I heard you can align the sprockets pretty good with a piece of angle iron. Guys, so now we're gonna try to fit the engine in the chopper frame, and this part is recorded on a GoPro because I got my phone taken away. It almost looks like this frame was made for this 250, even though they were actually made for pit bike engines. This engine is heavy. Okay. So it looks like height is not a problem. Oh crap, it's gonna fall. Yeah, we gotta cut those old engine mounts off. You gotta be careful of this brake line.
Purple. Okay, come over here.
Okay. Ah.
Anywhere? I said don't go anywhere except that.
Dang it. Well, I cut the black part off. Didn't cut the wire though. if I wedge it under here. There we go. So we should have some more room right now, and we have an extra engine mount if we ever need to raise this and weld it back up. What the hell? This is on camera.
Come here, go.
Cove, no. Nice. This thing is gonna be fast. And oh my god, the kicks. Great fit. We're gonna have to find something about the battery. So I have it sat in here. Luca, you gotta make all these noises. So it looks like it's not interfering with the gas tank actually. I kind of only want to use the kickstart because, as you know, the starter button's not working. I'm not sure where that is on the ground right now. These wires, I'm gonna smooth this out because it's gonna cut those wires. Let's see if I can do it with the spark plug in there because the battery actually can't handle the electric start when the spark plugs in there, or the electric starter motor can't handle it. Actually, I gotta build some engine mounts first, so I guess we're gonna do that now. And now for you is tomorrow or another day for me. Wait a minute. Let's go. I just gotta keep these. I just gotta build like a couple more of these. What the hell? This needs 1, 2, 3, 4 engine mounts. Probably survive with 3, but I'm not sure. I'll probably build 2 just to start it up, and then yeah. Lawnmowers aren't just for mowing lawns. They're good for parts too. Since this deck is red, I would try to make some engine mounts out of this deck. Okay, now that we have the deck, we have to copy this design. Okay, so I've been trying to figure out what kind of sprocket this is so that I can get a new front sprocket for the engine. The sprocket has 0 markings. This is a 520, and this also has a lot of grease on it, so if I grind away just a tiny bit, this 428 kind of fits perfectly. Grabs all of the teeth. There's like a bunch of thick grease on it so that it's harder for it to grab it, but it does grab all of the teeth. I guess I'm buying a 428 front sprocket. This pipe is a really good fit for the exhaust. It's insanely heavy, and I think I'm just gonna use it to reinforce the ATV frame or the chopper frame or any other project I have. Okay, I ordered the sprocket. It's not here, but we still have stuff to do today. We gotta find the most flat parts on this lawnmower. And this ring around here, I think is gonna be pretty good for with the bolt holes. These little tabs right here, and everything else is pretty much useless. This chain fits on it better, even though I gotta buy a new one because this chain is for that engine and that ATV. I think I'm comparing these 2 sprockets, and this might be a 420, but I'll make it a 428. It fits better. One side of the tooth of each tooth, you just grind off like that. You don't do the other side. You just do the one side of the tooth, and then you'll get it further spaced out, which is what I need. And I don't have too much for engine mounts, so I'm just gonna have to walk around and look for other people's trash. Sheet metal, sheet steel. I won't do the engine mount today because I'd rather have the chain and sprocket so that I could put the angle iron on the chain instead of just having it on the sprocket. Because if it's on the sprocket, there's less room to put the piece of angle iron. And when it's the chain, it's just a straight line. You just gotta put the angle iron on the chain, make sure it's straight with the rear sprocket. Guys, I might have been looking for metal a little too hard. It's gonna take hours to take off.
You could tell by the head too. The head is not pointy. It's like rounded.
Okay, so we have the chopper on the Ultra bike lift. That bike lift costs it's only about like $7,000. Wasn't expecting it to be this tiny. This is a 428 13 tooth. That's a 520 13 tooth. This doesn't even fit on the shaft. I just looked up something. 20 millimeter, and this is a 17 millimeter. I'm gonna go return this for a 20 millimeter. Of course, I gotta get it 15 tooth. And also, if you search up sprockets for that engine, it'll all show 20 millimeters. So that's a sign to get a 20 millimeter 428. All right, guys. Got our chains. Looks like something I'd buy in like Egypt. I've never been to Egypt, but it looks like something I'd buy. It's like some, I don't know, some unhealthy snack or something. These are for another project, so subscribe to see that. We just gotta wait for the sprocket, still coming. Seems like a nice chain. Alright, so since that was like a 425 now, once again, I made it a 428. This time, it's a 428. So all we gotta do is wait till Friday, and we'll have our sprocket. We can start building the mounts. This weekend, I hope to have this engine mounted in there. There is one more thing I have to do. We had to make the engine fit, even though I've already done that. I'm going to raise this bar. So I'm going to weld onto it first, and then I'm going to cut that bottom piece so the frame doesn't like snap or bend in half. And then for the back, okay, there we go. This part is done. Okay, I just have to. Let's make it look nice first. It's kind of what I want it to look like. I want to make supports for it. That was pretty easy. All we have to do is cut this piece under it. But as you can see, we got the two supports. I feel like I had to put a little extra, so I cut apart some lawnmower blades and I made some back supports. Alright guys, we got plenty of room. Actually looks pretty cool. Here's what it looks like fully vertical. And the sprocket's gotta be over here, so we can't really push it that way. So we'll figure it out. It's because of the carburetors not really gonna fit there. I'm hoping this fits. Yes! There we go. Now we're gonna try to make the engine mount. Engine mount with engine bolt. Guys, the engine is in! Let's go! We got the engine mounts right here. Over here, up here. You see there? Carburetor's in, no air filter, no clutch lever. We're gonna see if it starts. There's a few wires unplugged from the CDI box. We have no clutch lever, and the gear shifter isn't long enough to reach over there, so I'm going to have to buy a steel one. I'm going to have to make a custom one. We've got it running. The air filter doesn't fit on the carburetor, but I'll just do that to ride it. I also got to put two more engine mounts over in the front.
They and Maya, they both have.
Yeah, this thing needs a just needs a longer gear shifter, clutch lever, exhaust, definitely exhaust, and just put the chain on and it's good. And also the gas tank. So you can't weld while you mounted the electronics, so burnt all the wires up. And here's what I need: ignition coil, definitely. CDI, probably. Rectifier, definitely. Solenoid, probably not. Look at this. The grounding wire is cut off. Alright guys, so I just broke the chain to the length it should be. Take this piece out of the extra links, and you're gonna attach it to this piece. So that when this is attached there, you go like this. And then as you can see the other piece, then you'd put your master link on. Alright guys, the chain is very loose. It might need like one link less. That's how much one link can change. These, the chain tensioners, just bring the wheel back. See the chain? Now I'm gonna make the exhaust. What I want to do is I want it to go out, down, and then right under, and then a curve coming right out of there. Alright guys, we got the first part of the pipe. The bolts I got were not the right size for this. Alright, so for the air filter, it's my idea. I'm using this mesh, and I'm kind of sewing it together with metal wire. Alright guys, I'm making a double layer. Alright, this is good. Fuel line's gonna be short like this. I don't think I'll do a fuel filter. Well, why not? Fuel filter. Fuel filter slows it down a lot. Homemade air filter is on. Alright, so for the exhaust, I'm doing the pie cut method. Where I just make a bunch of cuts where the one side is small and the other side is thick. Probably running it like this so I get the correct exhaust bolts just to test it out. And yes, like I said, when we finish it, it's gonna go down and then out the sides right there. Alright, first piece of the exhaust is done. First time making pie cuts, and I think this will work. Turns out this gas tank is built with a fuel filter, so we will not be using that fuel filter. Alright guys, I put the gas tank on, and yes, I welded the gas tank on. This is not supposed to be a beautiful build. It's supposed to function, and if I need it off, I can cut it off. Fixed the holes with JB Weld. Just welded some supports for the gas tank, and it's on. It's gonna work later once there's more supports, but yeah. I go to get an electrode. I see this. Where'd he go? Alright, I filled it up with a JB Weld, and there's also gas in here. I'm about to weld on my third engine mount. Once again! Started right up. Now, what's the problem? Gear shifter, I can just shift with my heel. I don't really need it to be extended in this video. The clutch is the problem. You have to free up the clutch today. How does it sound with the short exhaust? different. Okay guys, so I took it for a ride in first gear. And so I just got it moving, kicked it in the first, and then started to ride around a bit. That shows that the engine torque moved the engine. Okay, so when the bike is moving forward, the torque was pushing it that way, making the engine move that way. Yes, you need all 4 engine mounts to ride your bike. So I'm just gonna try to make a bunch of supports for the engine mounts. And I'm gonna make the 4th engine mount. So if there's gaps in your engine mounts, like from the engine mount on the engine to the actual thing, if there's like a tiny gap, your engine is, that mount is not doing its thing. So I just shoved some metal in there and welded it. And we got all the engine mounts on. It's just the clutch I gotta fix. The clutch. Got the clutch working. After all this time. There was a bunch of flakes. Got some... You know what? I should probably get a bucket under here. Okay, we have the splined piece from my dirt bike. And I'm going to make this go out and then extend over there. Oh, shift up. Shift down. 2 positions. Oh, shit. Dude, the chain fell off.
Yeah, he told you it was loose.
I might take this thing for a thumbnail picture. Hopefully it holds up for... Oh. Very happy I got this to work. Check for my spark plugs loose. Engine's really hot. I'm not gonna really go fast in this video because this is a build video. And I just want to get like a thumbnail picture from here. Or if I should get from here. This is an easy choice. There's like nothing to see over here. I mean, you got a few stuff. But over here, you can see all the wiring, the chain. Yeah, that should be aligned. The chain, you can see, of course, the engine, you can see the gear shifter, you can see clutch lever. What's going on? I think that's good. Full build video on the top, 250cc on the side. This thing's kickstand doesn't go up, by the way, so it's not too good. Whoa! Hit my chain. It's happened. It like the chain is pretty loose. It's not out of line. This thing is gonna be awesome once it's going right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I've been working on it for months and months and months, and I can't believe I actually finished. I thought this was going to take even longer, even though it already took a long time. This is super cool. Now, I'm going to make a part 2 video of fixing everything and making this thing rideable, making this thing good. All of this from scratch in one video. Now, you already know, this costed me over $1,000, so hit that subscribe button. Everybody watching this video needs to subscribe. It's just the right thing to do. Like, come on. You came this far, you gotta subscribe. Like, you know. I'm gonna show you some photos of what the next huge project might be. It is going to be insane. That is a 1980 Honda CB400T engine next to a lawnmower, and that motorcycle engine, that motorcycle that goes like 110 miles an hour, that engine's going in that lawnmower. Put a live axle on it, and that engine under the hood, it's gonna be the craziest lawnmower build ever. I think you get the idea that I like overpowering things a lot. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. It's crazy. Video's over. Can't believe I finished. Guess I know how to build things now. Videos are gonna be much cooler.